Hi, I'm Marie. Welcome to Marie's Kitchen. Today we are going to make, the three of us, we are going to make beef tacos. And this is one of our family's favorite dinners. They're so easy to make. You can make a lot at once, so they're great to make ahead, and then you can heat them up as you want to eat them later. They're easy. It's just ground beef, cheese, and tortillas, so very simple. We're also going to add some seasonings to the beef, but generally it's just really easy. And then you can make something, additional like cilantro lime sauce. I'll put the recipe below in the description box. Then you can dip your tacos in the sauce, or put the sauce with some cabbage for like a slaw to go with the tacos, or in the tacos, also very good. So lots of options here, and they just really good, really kid friendly, and you like them, don't you, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really think you're gonna love this one. Let's get started. Ground beef tacos, what do you need? We have some ground beef. I like to get grass-fed, and really any percentage of fat is fine. Shredded cheese, corn tortillas. To season the ground beef, we're going to use garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, and a pinch of sugar. You can add more things if you want. If you like a really strong flavor, you could add chili powder or cumin or something spicy like cayenne, so it's very flexible to mix it up. I find that this combination of just garlic, onion, paprika, and sugar gives it some flavor, and it's very kid-friendly. It's not spicy. So this is a good base, and then if you want to add more, you certainly can do that. Okay, so to get started, we're just going to start browning the ground beef on the stovetop. Very easy. So we'll just put the fire to about medium high, and just put the ground beef right in there and start browning it. Okay, got my hands clean. Just browning the beef over here on about a medium to medium high fire. And we'll go ahead and add the seasoning. So to start with, we'll do garlic powder, and I'll start with about a half teaspoon of garlic powder. Sprinkle that over everything. Then onion powder. And of course, you could use fresh garlic and onions if you prefer. This is just super simple, and so we like it this way. So half teaspoon of onion powder. Lovely. And now some paprika, or smoked paprika, has a great flavor too. So about a quarter teaspoon of that. About a half teaspoon of sugar. It really just enhances the flavor with the salt. Together they just bring out the flavors. And then we're going to do about half teaspoon of salt to start, and then we'll test it and can add later. So now salt. Jack's going to help me break it up here. That's it. That's the seasonings for the ground beef. So now that we have our beef browning, Jack's doing that for me. I'm going to put the cheese into a bowl, and I like to set up kind of an assembly line for rolling these tacos. If you saw the chicken tacos, it's the same type of thing. I have my cheese, my beef, and then the tortillas are cooked, and then you just can do 6 at a time and roll them up assembly line style, and it just makes it really efficient. So let me get my bowl for my cheese and my beef. Okay, and there's the oil. Great. Got Jack there doing some olive oil tricks. And I'm using the Mexican blend cheese here. You could use another, if cheddar or some other cheese that you like in tacos would be great. You can leave out the cheese if you are, avoid dairy. It's just a little bit harder for the tacos to stick together. And then also, of course, I think the flavor is better with the cheese, but whatever you need to do works. Okay, so the meat is done. We're going to let that cool a little bit before we mix it into the tacos. And Jack is going to heat up the oil for me. And you do want to be careful when you're working with hot oil. Be sure you don't splash any water in it, because that can make the oil pop. And then of course, just be careful working with oil, because it gets very, very hot. It can burn you. And then, so be careful with the hot oil. I know you will be, but I like to just remind everybody. We have our tortillas over here. right by the oil. Okay, so the beef is done. We've got our cheese here in a bowl. Now we're gonna start frying the tortillas. As we're gonna use light olive oil. You could also use extra virgin or avocado oil or another neutral oil, all work. I usually use the light olive oil, and so that's what we're gonna use today. We've heated up the oil to, it's about medium heat on my stove. You want it to get it to just the right temperature where the tortilla will kind of bubble and fry, but not burn and not just sink to the bottom and saturate. So it's kind of, you have to kind of practice to get to the right temperature. This looks good. See how this is bubbling and frying and floating? That looks just right. And then we just put our tortillas over. I have a paper towel lined cutting board right here. The tortillas we're using are this brand Guerrero, and they are my favorite tortillas. They are más suave que nunca. So they're really soft and they work really well. They have great flavor, and I buy them, as you can see, in packs of 80. And they keep well in the fridge. So. And you see how it's nice and bubbly? We're just gonna slide the tortilla in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give it a flip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is done. Then to roll them up, we'll just add a little cheese to each tortilla. Like that. And then a little beef. This is a little bit hot. You don't need a lot. If you can fill these up if you want, make them really fat, but I do them kind of small. And so there's the beef and cheese, and then we just tightly kind of roll that up. And there's your little taco. And they're just so good. There are some tacos, and I'll get a serving platter to put them on, and we can start setting those out. And that meal, this meal is almost done. And then whatever you want to serve with it, maybe some rice, the cilantro lime sauce. I do have a video on rice and also a cilantro lime rice if you'd like to try that. Okay, I'll just do a few more tacos here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thanks so much for joining us on Marie's Kitchen. Today we made these amazing ground beef and cheese tacos that were so easy to make. Just a few ingredients on the stovetop, roll them up with some cheese, and they are ready to serve. You can make them ahead of time. You can make them right before you eat. You can make them the night before and heat them up the next day. So very flexible. This is one of those recipes that's really designed to make your life easier. If you don't have time to put them in the tortillas like this, you can always use a store-bought taco shell or chalupa, or put them on some nachos. So very flexible. It's just a very good basic ground beef recipe with some kind of mild seasonings that is great for kids and families. Really one of our favorites. So I hope you get to try this one. If you do, let me know in the comments. Also, let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see. I would love to hear from you, and I will respond to all of the comments. Also, be sure to subscribe. We've got more videos coming out every single week with more recipes just like this that are easy. They are great for families. They're fun to make. So if you like this video, give us a like, a thumbs up. We would love to hear from you. That's really the most rewarding thing, is when I hear that you've made something and it came out good and you enjoyed it. So keep me posted on those stories. I would love to hear from you. And that really is what this is all about. It's about giving you some easy recipes that you can make, very confidently make, and share with people that you love. From my kitchen to yours, thank you. Hi, look who's here. Look who's here. Hello. Pardon me. Just recently we oh my goodness. Very similar, except the filling is beef. Instead, can we have beef instead of chicken? Jack, I do not want cat hair in here, okay?